Let me paint you a picture. Two people, same age. Person A earns $120,000 a year. Nice car, big apartment. Eats out constantly, takes vacations, looks incredible on Instagram. Person B earns $52,000 a year. Drives a used car, cooks most nights, doesn't post much. Here's the question, who's wealthier? Most people pick person A without hesitating. But person A has $400 in savings, $18,000 in credit card debt, and hasn't slept well in 2 years. Person B, they have 6 months of expenses saved, no debt, and they could quit their job tomorrow and survive for half a year without panic. So, who's actually wealthier? We've been taught that wealth looks a certain way. Expensive things, impressive things, things other people can see. And that's the trap. Because what we've actually been chasing isn't wealth, it's the appearance of wealth. And those two things are not the same. Here's what nobody tells you. A lot of people who look rich feel completely trapped by their money. They need the next paycheck to cover last month. They need the next client to keep the lights on. They can't say no to a job they hate because they can't afford to. That's not freedom. That's a very expensive cage. When your lifestyle depends on everything going right, you don't own your money. Your money owns you. So what does wealth actually mean? It's simpler than you think. Wealth is options. The option to rest without guilt. The option to say no to something that doesn't feel right. The option to spend a Tuesday afternoon the way you want to spend it, not the way your boss needs you to. That's it. And here's something worth sitting with. A person with a modest salary, a calm life, a small savings cushion and control over their time, is often wealthier than someone earning 3 times as much, but living on the edge of their income every single month. We don't talk about that enough, because it doesn't make a good Instagram post. At Simple Wealth HQ, this is how we think about wealth. Wealth equals the gap between what you earn and what you need, multiplied by time. Read that slowly. It's not about how much you make. It's about how much space exists between your income and your expenses, and what you do with that space consistently over years. That space, that gap, is called margin. Margin in your money means you're not one emergency away from disaster. Margin in your time means you're not rushing through every single day. Margin in your decisions means you can think clearly instead of reacting out of fear. Margin is quiet, margin is boring, and margin is what real wealth is built from. Here's the honest truth about building wealth. It doesn't feel exciting, it doesn't happen fast, and most of the time, nothing dramatic is happening at all. You're just making small, calm, consistent decisions, over and over again. Pay down a little debt, save a little more, spend a little less on things that don't actually matter to you. It's almost anticlimactic, and that's exactly the point. Freedom doesn't announce itself. It builds quietly in the background while you're living your life. And one day you wake up and realize you have options you didn't have before. You can breathe a little easier. You feel less afraid. That's wealth, not a number in an account, a feeling, a life. You don't need to be rich to start building wealth. You don't need a perfect income, a perfect plan, or a perfect past. You just need a little margin and the willingness to protect it. That's what this channel is about. No hype, no hustle, no shame about where you're starting from. Just calm, simple, honest steps toward a life that feels more like yours. If that's what you're looking for, you're in the right place. Subscribe to Simple Wealth HQ, and we'll keep building this together. One quiet step at a time.